Okay guys, so now I'm going to look at pages 5 and 6 of the interim review. Number 1, given triangle XYZ below, which coordinate represents the location of point X prime after dilation about the origin by a scale factor of 2? So we need to figure out what the coordinates for X is. They only showed the first quadrant, which is fine. So you have to go, it's at 1, this is your X coordinate, 1 comma 8. Okay, so if you're going to dilate the original by 2, you're going to multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So x prime is going to be at 2 comma 16. Okay, so it has to be A. All right, number 2, which sequence of transformation best represents movement starting from A, B, C, D and moving to W, X, Y, Z? So let's see. If I have A, B, C, D, I'm going to try using patty paper. Hold on. So moving to W, X, Y, Z. So you want to make sure A matches up with W, B matches up with X, C matches up with Y, and D matches up with Z. So let me say I'm going to, and you're not allowed to use patty paper on the interim, so you can always use a scrap paper if needed. Be creative. Nobody said you can't use your scrap paper. Okay, so then if we rotate 90 degrees clockwise, translate right 2 and down 1. Okay, so let's see, about 90 degrees clockwise would end up from quadrant 2 to quadrant 3. Okay, so maybe here. Okay, so if I rotate that 90 degrees, oh, clockwise, I just went counterclockwise, whoops. So if I go clockwise, it'll end up here, okay, in this quadrant. So I need to go right 2, 1, 2, and down 1. Okay, that's nowhere near X, Y, or W, X, Y, Z, so it can't be A. Okay, B. Let's go back to the original location. Rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise, translate right 2, down 1. So counterclockwise goes against the clock, so let's go here. And then it says right 2, down 1, about right 2, 1, 2, and down 1. That looks like a match. So I'm going to put that as a possibility, but it's good to check the others. So let's go to C. So rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise. Okay, so I'll do that again. That's what B told me to do. So let's see. If you move, rotate it 90 degrees counterclockwise, and then, kind of slid, then translate left 2, 1, 2, and up 1. That's not anywhere close to W, X, Y, Z, so C can't be C. And if it's rotating 90 degrees clockwise, most likely I'm going to have to go this way. Not most likely, I have to. And then reflect over the y-axis literally means I fold it over and I end up here. No, I'm just back closer to the original, and that's not making sense. So B has to be the correct answer. Okay. Number 2, which description most accurately describes the transformation below? Okay, so let's say this is the original. So if I go 6 units right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it's going to be in that location. Okay, so if it went 6 left, that's not even close to where it's supposed to end up, so that doesn't look right. And then just going 6 units left doesn't make sense. And then reflect across the y-axis literally means you would take this and fold it over the y-axis, which is not what would end up here. So A makes the most sense. Number 4. Find the measure of angle BCD. BCD means this angle. Okay, that means even though there's an exterior angle here, we don't need it. Okay, so we have 47 plus 83 plus blank should equal 180. Okay, so add these together. That's going to be 47 plus 83. I don't trust my brain today. So 47 plus 83 is 130. So 130, and we'll call this x, plus x equals 180. Subtract 130 from both sides. So then x equals 50. So A is the correct answer. Okay? What would be a trap is this one, because you would only add them up and think that that's what the angle is, but you add these up to get the exterior angle, not to get the remaining third interior angle. So be careful which strategy you use. Let's go to number 5. Okay, which sequence of transformations could prove that figure 1 is similar? Well, if it's similar, dilation should be involved. So yeah. Okay. Now look what happened from 1 to 2. It got smaller. Okay, so you're looking for a scale factor that is smaller than 1. And so let's, to be even more technical, a scale factor that's between 0 and 1. So that's too big. That means it would have gotten larger, which it didn't. This is too big. It would have gotten larger. Okay? These two are between 0 and 1. So now the question is, okay, so let's say it's the same number. So now we have to say, did it rotate 90 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise? So if I take my patty paper, okay, 90 degrees has to be the shorter distance. If I go 270, okay, that might get me there, but it'll be 270. So if I go 90 degrees, it'll be a short distance, but which way is that from here to here? Is it a clockwise motion or a counterclockwise? It's a counterclockwise, so I need to look for counterclockwise, which is D. Alright, number 6. Which equation could be used to find the measure of exterior angle GHJ? Let's see, GHJ, and even told us, yeah? So this angle. Well, that angle is the sum of the two remote interior angles. So the measure of angle GHJ is equal to 80 plus 45. It's just these two. And this is the exterior angle here. Okay? Number 7. Which description most accurately describes the transformation below? Look at the way the C prime is. It almost looks like a reflection, but don't say it is because it looks more like a rotation, the way the C ends up. So if I do A, B, and C, don't say it's a reflection because then the B will end up on the C. That doesn't make sense. So it looks like it was a rotation. If I go like this, the B ends up with B prime, A with A prime, C with C prime. The question is, which direction did that go? Did it give me only 9 degrees? So it can't be a reflection. So the rotation is, let's see, if you rotate this way, that's going against, no, that's going with the clock. Clock doesn't move in that motion. So that's clockwise, so it would be B. Okay? And number 8, in the graph below, figures A, B, C, D, R, S, T, U, and are all congruent to each other, meaning same size, same shape. Which statement could not be true? RSTU results in a translation of ABCD. ABCD, RSTU. RSTU results in a translation from ABCD. The lettering is weird. I'm going to come back to that one. WXYZ results from the rotation of RSTU. So does R go to, the word results from means it comes from. So W comes from R? Okay, so this is a little bit confusing. Okay, well I'll tell you what the answer is, but I don't think the counting's going to get this complicated. Okay, so does W come from R? Yes. Does X come from S? Yes. Does T come from Y? Yes. Okay. And so on and so forth. So that one seems to make sense. This one. Does RSTU result from the reflection of ABCD? No. Okay. I'm just going to cross this one out. It's too confusing and I don't want to waste your time. So let's just say 8 is not correct. Or let's not worry about number 8. This is the end of the video.